the best iRacers in the business.
It's the way to do it. We're in the 87 cars here at Talladega. As you see the 15 car grab the wall.
My goodness!
Wow.
He did it! He made it through that!
Wow.
Oh, we got contact! Oh my goodness! Oh, and he's upside down! Garrett Gusso is upside down! Mayhew's sliding!
They're not being able to stop the 7 car, losing it. He's into the grass on the tri-oval. He's going to get a penalty for that. He has no help, and this guy's got a rocket ship. Move aside, Kim Jong-un, the 46 crew can build a better rocket than you.
Your Nexus 499 champion is Garrett Gusso! Garrett Gusso! Winner of the 499! Garrett Gusso, you are immortal!
We're the hub for motorsports. If you love racing, this is the place to be.
You know, even Stevie Wonder probably pointed that out. You know, Ross Chastain just being a melonhead, you know.
I just think he's an idiot. I mean, he literally showed up to court wearing a t-shirt that says, "I did it."
The drivers are complaining. They're driving dump trucks again for Blaney. I mean, dump truck master there.
Essentially, he ends up blowing a tire. I mean, no shocker there. In front of the field.
That's that Big Daddy NASCAR crap again.
The best iRacers in the business! Coming this time to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Rich. Can Fox get Collier? Collier goes into turn 1. Fox in wall rides!
He chastained it! He's still chastaining it! It did not work!
It doesn't make it happen!
It didn't work!
Here comes Kyle Hendricks on the outside. We're 3 wide with Krupp, Steven, and Hendricks.
Oh, he makes it into the
A
wall!
little bit of wall off of turn 2.
As he gets into the left car, we just saw Kevin LePage!
Big wreck!
Oh my gosh!
O Guilherme cicla a roda com roda, espelho com espelho. Tem forward na reta de Tarumã. Tem forward e aí já deu besteira. E aí...
Tight racing and Devin Borden end over end on the top side of 2.
Showtime!
Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic broadcast here on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network. It is your favorite Thomas and Jay in the booth. Jay, before we start talking about a lot of things here, how are you?
Oh man,
We are here for another fantastic PSCRL race here at Richmond this time. We're getting into the round of 6, the championship now down to the nitty-gritty, the final races of the season. A couple more opportunities to get yourself in victory lane or advance yourself to the next round and take this championship hold. Right now, the man to beat, that's Matthew Wood. 11 wins on the season. Can anybody dethrone him here tonight and dethrone him for the championship?
Yes, a lot to talk about, a lot to work through, I guess you would say. Look, it's a brand new stage to this championship, or a new round to this championship, really. We got 8 drivers, or 6 drivers. Yeah, 6 drivers, sorry. Looking to get into the final 4 for the championship race. And so they started off here at Richmond. 200 laps around this short oval. And before we go any further, let's go into some race info and let's talk a little bit about the race here tonight. The Richmond 200, race 19 of 21, a track length of 0.72 miles and a track temp right now in practice of 87 degrees Fahrenheit and an altitude of 195 feet. 84 degree ambient temperature, 46% humidity, cloudy skies, and a 4-mile-an-hour wind. This is the PSCRL Truck Series Season 3. Got 14 degrees of banking in the corners, 8 degrees of banking on the front stretch, 2 degrees of banking on the back stretch. We got a pace car speed of 50 miles an hour, pit speed limit of 40 miles an hour, stage caution on lap 40, and 1 quick repair. If you get caught up in a little bit of an issue early in the race, you can bring back out your backup car and get right back out on track. Try to chase that checker flag. Get yourself into the next round if possible. So, Jay, look, we got just a little over 2 minutes left in practice. Let's talk a little bit about our championship runners here. Matthew Wood, a big contender here, probably the championship favorite, has had an enormous amount of wins. Like what you said, 11 wins this season. It's kind of hard to take anybody else for a championship favorite with stats like that.
I mean, he's been unbelievable this year. The Iron Man himself, Matthew Wood, been fast everywhere we went. Road courses, super speedways, short tracks, intermediates. It doesn't matter where you take this man. He's going to find a way to find victory lane, find pace in that 16 machine. But stout field of contenders. We got winners this season, such as Jordan Hand in the number 3. He's advanced to the round of 6. We have Brian Underwood, who's been so close to getting a victory this season, hasn't found it yet. Maybe tonight is the night here in the number 77 machine as he moves on here to the round of 6. We got Chris Stange, the gambling man, in the number 29 machine with that amazing win that he had at Vegas. He's been so close to getting another victory this season and besting Matthew Wood in a few races. Also, another contender here, that is William Connolly in the number 25 machine. He has had some really great runs the last few weeks, really turned up towards the end of the season, advanced himself into the round of 6. Can he upset the world, shock the world, and come as an underdog champion here? Tonight is the first route to that opportunity. And then your final contender of the round of 6 here, that is Jonathan Gaston. He wins the season opener at Talladega, maybe had a few rough races there in the middle of the season. And then he's also turned up late in the season, got that win at Bristol Dirt. Another guy with multiple wins this season. Can he find himself in the championship circle here at the end of the season?
A lot to look forward here tonight with the start of the round. Some drivers still looking to try and get a race win here towards the end of the season as we head into qualifying. We're going to see who can try and top the boards here. First out, we got William Connolly. First off, Jay, thank you for that comprehensive update on the drivers. We truly appreciate that and giving a good view to the viewers here. Speaking of which, Dallas Seward, Matthew Wood, Jordan Hand, James Copenhagen, and NJB Designs in the chat. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Truly appreciate it. As we see William Connolly coming across the line to start his qualifying run. He's going to come on down into turn 1, straight down to the yellow line off of turn 2. He's going to try to get some speed worked up down the back straightaway here and dive it on down into turn 3.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, going to be a little bit here off the bottom, right off the apron. Grab the apron there, off of a late apex here to the corner, across the line. Let's see what he can do here in qualifying. He's going to go to the top of the board with a 21.842. We'll see if that stands here in qualifying or if he can improve here on the second lap.
A 21.842, pretty speedy if you ask me. He's got a good lap time down right now as he dives down into turn 3. Jaden Porter, Noah Blackwell, Brian Underwood all putting a lap time up at the moment, but William Connolly crosses the line once again, does not improve on that 21.842. Chris Stange to the top of the board, a 21.682 for him. Brian Underwood goes P2 with a 21.715. Noah Blackwell to P3. Let's see how Jordan Hand is doing now as he goes P2 up on the board with a 21.706.
Yeah, we got 4 of our playoff contenders up here in the top 5. As we see Chris Stange continue up here, he puts even a faster lap up with a 21.682. Jordan Hand here off of turn number 4. Can he take it to the pole?
And he does not. A 21.770 for himself. Jonathan Gaston now coming down into turn 3, or up into turn 3. He's going to try to get a good exit here to start his qualifying run as he comes off at turn 4 across the start-finish line and down into turn 1. He's going to look to get a pretty decent entrance here as he goes real high. He's trying to get a good exit here as he dips onto the apron off of turn 2, down the back straightaway and into turn 3.
Now, that's what I love about Richmond. There's so many different approaches to making speed around these turns, and Jonathan Gaston using a really different approach there in turn 1. Across the line, let's see what he does. He goes up to the P9 position with a 22.198. Can he improve here on the second lap and improve his starting position?
As he comes off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway, a little bit of a wiggle there off of turn 2. He's going to dive it down deep into turn 3, all the way down to the yellow line here off of turn 4. Jonathan Gaston coming across the line. Can he improve? He does, but it's not enough. A 22.149 for himself. He's going to stick to that P11 position. Grant Applegate now. Oh, he's having some troubles. Josh Kreider coming across the line to complete his first lap in that number 5 Chevrolet Silverado. No lap time valid for him as he comes off of turn 2. Oh, he gets real loose. Josh Kreider, he's going to have a little bit of issues here in qualifying. He's going to have to start in the back.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate there for Josh Kreider. As we're going to go back on board here with the Gravedigger. That is the number 57 of Grant Applegate. He's going to continue here off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, carrying the speed. Let's see what he can do here in qualifying. Can he take it to the top of the board?
Down into turn 3, all the way on the yellow line, coming off at turn 4, the final car to finish his qualifying run, crosses the start-finish line, and he goes P5 with a 21.788.
What a lap there by Grant Applegate. Puts himself in that P5 position here to start tonight. It looks like everybody here is taking a qualifying time tonight. That will conclude it. Looks like Chris Stange, the gambling man in the 29 machine here tonight. Looks like he's going to take the pole here in the PSCRL Truck Series race here at Richmond.
What a great run for Stange as he beats out the 16 truck with a 21.682. A lot of speed we've seen out of the 29 in the previous weeks, pretty much all season long as well. Some pit strategies have not gone his way, but we can't say that for his Las Vegas win. That Las Vegas win that he had earlier in the season won on some phenomenal pit strategies. Jay, I look back at that race a lot, and that was just an awesome race. If you guys ever want to see a great race there, go to the Las Vegas PSCRL broadcast there. Go watch yourself some great strategy racing. Chris Stange came on top there, got himself into the playoffs, and here he is sitting on pole in the second to last round here for the PSCRL Championship Series. All right, as we go to grid, we're going to go to the Grand Marshal real quick, and we'll be right back with you guys.
We're racing at Richmond Speedway tonight. Hope everybody had a good week off on Memorial Day weekend. Hope you spent it with your families, picnicking or something other. But once again, we want to thank our military for serving our country and the ones that died for our country. Thank God for everything he does for us. Gentlemen, looking for a good race tonight. I know the ones who are in the points championship are racing for the big prize at the end, and we know the ones behind that didn't win or are not in the points championship are going to be after you tonight. So, gentlemen, start your engines and let's go racing.
Right back with you guys here. Let's go ahead and go through the grid. On pole tonight, it's Chris, the gambling man, Stange, the number 29 with Matthew Wood on the outside of him in the 16.
Starting P3, that's Jordan Hand, and then truck number 3 here tonight. To the outside of him, it's Brian Underwood in the number 77, starting P4.
Grant Applegate in the 57, starting P5 with Noah Blackwell in the 88, starting P6.
Starting P7, that's Aiden Lucas in the 47 truck with William Connolly in the 25, starting P8.
Jordan Kreider in the 69, starting P9 tonight with Jaden Porter in the 74, starting P10.
Starting P11, that's Benjamin Romano in the 24 truck with Jonathan Gass in the 72, starting P12. Rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight in the Richmond 200.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming down into turn 3 here. We are going green. Chris Stange and Matthew Wood on the front row here as Chris Stange comes off of turn 4. The green flag is out in the air. The 16 gets a good start to this race. So does Stange as they go down into turn 1. Side by side for the race lead here as the 16 goes to the outside of the 29 off of turn 2. The 16 gets the run, but down into turn 3, Chris Stange stuffs it deep here as they still side by side for the race lead.
Here it is, the Iron Man versus the Gambling Man. Down here across the line, it looks like Matthew Wood's going to lead lap 1. It looks like Applegate sideways to the infield there. He was aimed at the inside wall. Maybe no caution. We're going to stay green here. Can he get this thing rolling? Get the Gravedigger rolling here. It is. Here it is. We're going to stay green as Matthew Wood continues to lead the field here down into turn 3.
Matthew Wood in the 16 leading this race right now as we go back through the field. William Connolly and Brian Underwood making a little bit of a battle here down the front straightaway and down into turn 1. The 77's not going to make a move on the 25 at the moment off of turn 2. We got Jordan Hand in that P3 position coming under attack a little bit here by Noah Blackwell down into turn 3. As these guys continue to duke it out, it's Matthew Wood still out front here leading lap 4.
Yeah, here it is. Matthew Wood right here in the lead. Chris Stange keep in touch with him, but Jordan Hand right here in P3 with Noah Blackwell right up on his bumper, giving him some bumper business here off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, Noah Blackwell with a great run off of turn 2. Where does he take the momentum? He's going to go to the outside, trying to challenge Jordan Hand here through turns 3 and 4.
Brian Underwood made the pass on Connolly here off of turn 4. The 77 working his way slowly and methodically up the field. But Brian Underwood now in that P5 position down through turns 1 and 2, off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway now. We've got the 77 rolling away from the 25 just a little bit here as Noah Blackwell still sticking to the rear bumper of Jordan Hand. Chris Stange sticking to the rear bumper of the 16 as well as they all dive down into turn 1. Can the 29 make a move on the 16? Is it still too early in the race? Only on lap 6 right now, but let's see if Chris Stange got anything for our race leader of Matthew Wood down into turn 3.
Yeah, this is a great test here early on. We're going to have these fresh tires to start this race, but as these tires degrade just a little bit, we'll see the pace fall off on these race trucks. Right now, Chris Stange doing a fantastic job, staying right here in tow with Matthew Wood, putting up a little bit of a fight, bumper business, maybe force him into a mistake to try and take the top spot back. As we're going to dive down into turn 3, you see how aggressive Stange is on the brakes. Matthew Wood going to continue to hold the lead here off of turn 4.
Off of turn 4, and now across the line, we have 7 laps in the book. We are on lap 8 right now. Matthew Wood has led every single lap so far. We go further back here. Noah Blackwell up 2 positions since the start of this race. He's doing a phenomenal job here to work his way through the field. Jordan Hand out in front of him, started in P3, still running P3 at the moment as they cross the line here. Let's give you a little bit of lap time differences. Last time by, Noah Blackwell, 0.02 of a second quicker as he looks to the inside of Jordan Hand off of turn 2.
Oh, as he got a little sideways there on the exit of turn 2 as these guys are reeling in your leaders, even battling side by side nearly. This is incredible racing as Matthew Wood maybe opening the gap up here to Stange just a little bit, but Jordan Hand and Blackwell are reeling him in down here into turn 1. Blackwell goes to the outside line, trying to roll the momentum up here and get a good drive off of turn 2. Fantastic race there by the front of the field as Blackwell got some wall off of turn 2 down the back.
Let's see if he got any damage there. He looks pretty clean on that right side of that 88 off of turn 4. He's looking to the outside of the 3, not going to be able to make it happen. Crossover to the inside of Jordan Hand down into turn 1. We're side by side for P3. And it looks like Noah clears Jordan Hand off of turn 2. Look at that. Blackwell up to P3, down the back straightaway and into turn 3.
The egg roll is rolled up tonight, ready to go to the front. Up here in P3 is Noah Blackwell as he continues to maybe open a little bit of a gap here to Jordan Hand. And as these guys battle, look at Brian Underwood, the 77 machine. He is closing this gap down slowly but surely. He's trying to get his name in the ring here into the mix for the battle for the front as he gets a little sideways off a 2 down the back straightaway as he continues to close this gap.
Into turn 3 he goes. We got a little bit of a battle right here. Aiden Lucas, William Connolly. Connolly looking like he is not really or having a lot of car issues here. Maybe not the performance he wanted as they dive it on down into turn 3. There's Josh Kreider as well. Kreider got off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. He's looking for a better run. The 5 truck not being or having the performance that he has wanted the past couple of weeks, but he's looking to get a good run here tonight at Richmond as the 47 looks to the outside of the 25 down into turn 1. Not going to be able to make anything happen as he sticks to the rear bumper of the 25 off of turn 2.
Yeah, Aiden Lucas doing a fantastic job applying the pressure here to William Connolly. Can he get to the inside here? Connolly a little defensive on the entry to 3. Not going to allow Aiden Lucas to get to the inside. Who's going to get better drive here off of turn 4? This is where you can really make stuff happen for yourself. You get the power planted there off of turn number 4. As you see Joshua Kreider closing the gap, he started shotgun on the field, and now here he is up in the P8 position, applying the pressure to Aiden Lucas and William Connolly now. Down here to turn 3, here comes Aiden Lucas to the inside of Connolly. We're gonna look side by side off of 4.
Off of turn 4 now, the 47 still a little bit side by side there, but Connolly clears the 47 now going down into turn 1. The 47 coming under attack now by Josh Kreider off of turn 2. He's gonna smash that right as it begins as they come down the back straightaway and down into turn 3. The 47 looking to the inside here. We're side by side now for the P6 position. Connolly clears him once again off of turn 4 and across the start finish line.
Yeah, Connolly doing a fantastic job of controlling this race or in front of these guys right here. As you see Aiden Lucas go to the outside. Here comes Josh Kreider to the bottom now. Side-by-side action here off of turn 2. It looks like Aiden Lucas is going to carry the momentum that he used from that outside line. And he's going to shoot to the bottom now of Connolly. Can he make it happen? These guys are playing some cat and mouse here early. Swapping lines, swapping lanes to run here, trying to get an advantage over the guys around him. As here we are down here into turn 1. Joshua Kreider still working the inside line.
Oh, real close there's a 47. Shut the door on the 5 off of turn 2. The 47 still on the attack now against the 25 as they come down into turn 3. He's going to look a little bit lower than the 25. It's not going to work though as the 25 shuts the door once again there. But off of turn 4, the 47 looking like he's going to get a little run here across the start finish line. And down into turn 1, does the 47 look low again? He does, but he's not going to get there in time. He's still looking low. The 25 went high, but off of turn 2, the 25 holds on to it down into turn 3.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, you see Aiden Lucas. He is committed to this bottom line. Connolly about a lane up, off, and corner entry and through the apex, allowing maybe the 47 to get there if he can put the throttle down. He is not being able to get side-by-side action down the straightaways. You see Josh Kreider try to go to the inside of Aiden Lucas there through the middle of 1 and 2. Wasn't able to make it happen. Both squarely off of turn 2. These guys are chasing the rear ends of these vehicles. As maybe we're seeing a little bit of tire degradation here early, Tom, in this stage as we're halfway through it.
Absolutely, but across the start-finish line, they have spaced themselves out here. As we go back up now to Noah Blackwell, who is dropping off in performance here just a little bit. Jordan Hand now all over the rear bumper of the 88 down into turn 3. Jordan Hand still trying to get a race win here in the PSCRL series. He is stuck behind the 88 at the moment as the 88 did overtake the 3 for that P3 position. Here comes the 3 truck of Jordan Hand. He's got Brian Underwood behind the 3 truck as well. These guys are pushing Noah as hard as they can to try to make him up into a mistake down into turn 3. Let's see what Hand can do here in the next coming laps.
Yeah, this is very important for these playoff contenders to try and get this track position. Stage points are going to be awarded, and your pursuit for the championship is going to be so important based on these points. As you see Jordan Hand close this gap down to Blackwell again through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, you see Blackwell sideways. I believe the 77 of Brian Underwood was sideways. Underwood's going to try and apply the pressure here to Jordan Hand. As we're all rotating down to the bottom, that seems to be the preferred line so far tonight. We haven't seen anybody really use that outside line to their advantage as we dive down into turn 1 once again.
Down into turn 1, the 3 truck still all over the rear bumper of the 88 off of turn 2 now, and down the back straightaway. Everybody keeping it straight off the exit of the corner. They've got some good handling race cars here as they go down into turn 3. Jordan Hand still still stuck behind Noah Blackwell here off of turn 4. The 3 truck seems to have a little bit more performance out of his truck than the 88 truck, but down into turn 1, Noah Blackwell still leads this pack right here of 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Oh, they get into the wall. Jordan Hand does. He goes down into turn 3, still looking for an opportunity to make the pass on the 88, but off of turn 4, it still doesn't present himself. Noah Blackwell is ice cold, stone cold right now, keeping that 3 truck behind him.
Yeah, he is stone cold. Cold egg roll for sure here off of turn 2 is now Jordan Hand to the inside.
Oh!
Blackwell sideways. Contact is made. They're both going to save it. Jordan Hand's going to lose a position here to Underwood. Unfortunate, but an amazing save by both of those drivers. But here it is. Look at the run that Brian Underwood's going to get to the inside of Noah Blackwell down the front straightaway. Down here to turn 1. We're going to go side by side, wheel to wheel, door to door action. Is Brian Underwood going to clear Noah off of turn 2? And he does.
What a great run for Underwood, as now he puts himself into P3 position. That's going to be some great points that he's going to need for the championship run as they come off of turn 4. The 88 still 3/10 behind the 77. Looks like Brian Underwood is legging the 88 here just a little bit now as they dive on down into turn 1. Jordan Hand back here now. He's got a 7/10 of a second gap between himself and the 88. The 88 looking like he had a little bit of troubles off of turn 2. The 3 truck makes up a lot of ground to the 88 now as they come through 3 and 4. But as they run, a good spacing between these trucks continue to happen. Maybe the ill-handling truck of the 88 is now coming into play as Jordan Hand did pull 4/10 of a second on the 88 last time by. Looks like Brian Underwood had a little bit of troubles off of turn 2. He keeps it straight. But down into turn 3, Noah Blackwell still holding on to that P4 position.
Yeah, this is some great racing so far. We got 11 laps to go in this stage, and we're seeing a lot of your playoff drivers cycle to the front of the field. Exactly what you want to see in a championship battle. Bringing out the best stuff here tonight. As you see Jordan Hand visibly closing this gap to Noah Blackwell. Off of turn number 2, it looks like Jordan Hand's going to get a great run off at 2. What does he do here in turns 3 and 4? Looks like he's going to go to the outside. Blackwell to the bottom. Katie carry the momentum off of 4. This is going to get great here as you see Jordan Hand maybe get a little tight there off of turn 4. Maybe losing a little bit of time here to Blackwell as we go back down into turn 1. 10 laps to go in the stage.
10 laps to go, and the 3 truck still stuck behind the 88 off of turn 2. He's got to make a move here quick to try to get another point under his belt as they come on down into turn 3. The 3 truck of Jordan Hand, again, has not got a win this season, is hunting that first win as they come across the line down into turn 1. What a great way to have a win here tonight. Just kind of up your season a little bit. Oh, as the 88 gets real loose off of turn 2, makes a little bit of wall contact there. The 3 truck of Jordan Hand not being able to gain much time to the 88 even after that, as Jordan Hand still stuck in that P5 position off of turn 4 and down into turn 1.
Yeah, you could see the parity now, Tom, in this race as you see lots of guys losing touch with each other or gaining. As we see Aiden Lucas side by side here with Josh Kreider here off of turn 2. Still side by side. Classic drag race down the back straightaway. Does Josh Kreider still hanging up on the outside? He does not. It looks like the 47 of Lucas might be the clear man off of turn 4, and he does. Great drive there by Lucas as we're side by side here for P4. Jordan Hand to the inside, side by side with Blackwell. It looks like he's going to clear the 88. You got playoff guys in all the front running positions. This is unbelievable here towards the end of this stage.
What a great run by Jordan Hand to put himself in that P4 position. Unfortunately, now he's got 3 seconds to Brian Underwood, who's coming down into turn 1 now. There's the 29 to Chris Stange. He's only 4/10 behind him at the moment as they come off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. That's 77. Turn up. He's got into the wall there off of turn 2. Got a little squirrely there, but he kept it straight. Down into turn 3 now. He lost a little bit of time to Chris Stange, about a 10th there. As they come across the start-finish line, we're looking at just about 5 laps to stage here with Matthew Wood still out front.
Yeah, 5 more laps to go in this stage. Stange is going to want to hang on to this position. Brian Underwood absolutely digging for all he's worth. That point could be the difference between racing at Homestead for a championship or being eliminated in this round. This is huge moments here for this championship pursuit as we got 4 laps to go in the stage, and Chris Stange may be opening a little bit of gap over Underwood now. Maybe the tire degradation is starting to come alive here in these trucks as we head down the back straightaway now.
Coming down the back straightaway, Chris Stange trying to hold on to that P2 position. Brian Underwood, last time by, was just a couple thousand slower than the 29. We'll see what they run off of turn 4 right now. This is your closest battle on track. Chris Stange at 23.11, Brian Underwood at 23.02, so almost a tenth that the 77 was quicker last time by. Coming off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, we're looking at just about 3 laps until stage.
Yeah, here we are down here into turn 3. We're going to get 2 to go in this, or 3 to go in this stage. No, 2 to go in this stage, excuse me, as we see Matthew Wood open up that 2.5 second gap. Brian Underwood still seeking to get by the 29 of stage. He's 4 tenths back now. He is closing this gap down to 3 car lengths as we head down the back.
Oh, we got a little battle here. William Connolly trying to get another championship point here for stage as he comes down the back straightaway. He's going to try to pass Noah Blackwell here as he dives on down into turn 3. Still side by side here off at turn 4. Does the 25 clear the 88? He does. The 88 crossover move, though, on the final lap down into turn 1.
Yeah, here it is down the back straightaway for your race leader through 3 and 4. As you see Connolly get away from Blackwell, so does Aiden Lucas. But this stage is going to belong to Matthew Wood. He wins the stage. Chris Stange P2, Brian Underwood P3, Jordan Hand P4 across the line. Connolly's going to round out your top 5 in the stage. 5 of your 6 playoff drivers here in the top 10 or top 5 at the end of this stage.
There you have it. The yellow flag is out. Matthew Wood getting another stage victory here in the PSCRL series. Had a great gap over second place, just about 3 seconds there to Stange, who held on to that P2 position. As Brian Underwood P3, Jordan Hand P4, William Connolly P5, Aiden Lucas comes home in that P6 position. Noah Blackwell P7, Josh Kreider P8, Jonathan Gaston P9, Jordan Kreider P10, got Jaden Porter P11, Benjamin Romano in that 12th position, and Grant Applegate. With that opening run, a little mishap he had, he stays on the lead lap. That's a good drive by him.
Yeah, that was a great recovery. Stayed on the lead lap, and now he's back in contention here. So we're going to have mass pit stops here. This is going to get interesting, Tom. This could be a big moment in this race, getting this track position. Who's going to win the race off pit road? As we see your top 3 nose to tail pushing each other down pit road. Matthew Wood with that first pit stall, or no, that Stange with the first pit stall with that pole position. Does it play favors for him tonight? Can Stange win this race off pit road?
Let's see here. We see the 57 now coming into his box. The 29 right side up. 16 gets dropped. Left sides are up. Brian Underwood in the back there. You can see him. He's going to get a great pit stop here. Let's see.
Brian
Underwood got it. What a run for the 77. Chris Stange goes down to P3. Jordan Hand P4. William Connolly P5. What a great run for the 77. That was a great race there for pit road.
Yeah, this might be a bad omen for the rest of the field here. That 77 truck at the end of that stage was extremely quick on the long run. Now he's going to have the track position early on this short run. Can he maintain it and then show the strength of that 77 truck on the long run? We saw this in the first stage, Tom. We saw some trucks really take off, like the 16, the 29, the 88. Those were 3 of the fastest ones right there on takeoff. And then by the end of the run, we saw Connolly really turn up towards the end of that stage. We saw Brian Underwood really turn up at the end of that stage. Jordan Hand maybe had a little bit more long run speed. This is going to get exciting, Tom, to see how these guys can manage tires throughout the rest of this race here after this first stage.
Absolutely. It's going to be a long... well, right now, 156 laps for these guys. Hopefully some green flag pit stops that we will see. If they can get themselves straightened out during the first couple of laps here, we'll be able to see them take the distance here, I believe, with a long green flag run. We saw a little bit of issues there on the start of the race involving the 57 of Grant Applegate. Had a little bit of issues coming off of turn 4 on the front straightaway there, but I think we're going to be watching a long green flag run here. As we see lights off on the pace car, we're going green flag racing this time by.
Yeah, this could be interesting, Tom. What kind of strategy do these drivers employ here tonight? Do we see a one-stop strategy? Do we see maybe somebody decide to split it into thirds and run a two-stopper? This could be amazing strategy racing here in this final stage, as we're going to have 155 laps to go when we drop the hammer.
All right, through 3 and 4, inching closer to the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. The 77 gets a great jump over Matthew Wood as they come on down into turn 1. Chris Stange going to look to the inside of the 16, not going to be able to make it happen. Matthew Wood now sets his sights on the 77 of Brian Underwood out of turn 2. Real close to the wall there. We got the 88 in the wall. The 16 barely brushed the wall there, but down into turn 3, it's still Brian Underwood out front.
Brian Underwood doing a fantastic job on this restart. That pit stop is absolutely key for him tonight as he continues to lead down here into turn 1. Chris Stange trying to apply the pressure here to Matthew Wood. We got Jordan Hand, William Connolly, your top 5 are all playoff drivers. Dig in as we're side by side for P5. Connolly and Blackwell. Oh, Aiden Lucas in the wall back there. Porter in the wall back there. As we're going to continue on through 3 and 4.
Through 3 and 4, off at turn 4 now. The 88 clears the 25 of Connolly. The 88 now puts himself into that P5 position as he tries to hunt down the 3 truck of Jordan Hand. The 88 doing a great job there. He did not have a lot of long speed run, a lot of short speed though. He'll see what he could do with that going down into turn 3 now. Your closest battle on track is right here between Noah Blackwell and Jordan Hand in the 3 truck as they dive on down into turn 1. The 88 got a little bit of damage to the right side there, but off of turn 2, he is still sailing full sail to the 3 truck. Oh, Grant Applegate.
Oh, it's Grant Applegate. Oh, he saved it! Unbelievable! He was aimed at the inside wall and he hung on to it. Grant Applegate doing an absolute fantastic job to keep that thing underneath him. Oh, Romano sideways there off of 4. Unbelievable racing all throughout the field as you see Lucas trying to get to the inside of Romano there. Can he make it happen? Doesn't look like he's going to fall back in line behind Romano. This is a crucial part of this race, Tom. How much tires are you willing to save early on? It doesn't look like much between these boys because Blackwell's making a move on Jordan Hand off of turn 4.
Off of turn 4, across the start-finish line, the 88 overtakes the 3. Down into turn 1, is the 3 going to make a move here? No, he is not. He's going to stick behind the 88 through turns 1 and 2, off of turn 2, and down the back straightaway. We're single file for the top 5 at the moment. Your closest battle on track right here. Applegate to the inside of Gaston into turn 3. He's going to try to complete that pass. He does. He clears the 72 off of turn 4 and claims that P8 position. Here comes Benjamin Romano now to the... Oh, he gets sideways. Is he going to save it? Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Overcorrects
No,
into the outside wall, and a yellow flag is out.
Oh, he almost saved that race truck, Tom. Oh, it's so unfortunate. He's got some engine damage. That's going to be a quick repair for sure. We caught that all in 4K right there, Tom.
Yeah, we did.
Unbelievable. I thought he saved it. Oh, man. What wheel talent, though. Dang.
I honestly thought he did save it too. Just that little snap of the wheel there, turned him around. Let's go back and look at it, maybe in a little bit of slow-mo and see what happened to the 24 here as they dive on down into turn 1. Across the start-finish line they go right now, of course, but down into turn 1 they go. It looks like the 24 was looking to the inside of the 72, and then right at the last second he thinks better of it. He tries to come back up here, maybe misses a little bit of his braking zone, turned a little bit too hard and got himself a little sideways. Really nowhere for the 47 to go. As you can see, he kind of committed to the outside lane already, making a little bit of contact there with the left rear of the 24, and the 24 goes for a slide and a little bit of overcorrection and into the outside wall right where the Virginia is for lovers sign is. Maybe a little bit
wall,
too
I don't
much.
know if the wall's loving him there.
Well, a little bit too much love for the wall there for the 24.
That would be a good onboard right there with Romano as well, because I think you nailed it right on the head there, Tom. I think that's what happened. I don't think he expected the closing rate to the back of Gaston. He tried to avoid. Let's see on the onboard. Oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. I don't think he expected to get right there close to the bumper. That's unfortunate.
Well, the 24 is going to have to take a little bit of a quick repair here, as you see him back out on track right now. We've got Brian Underwood now, who's still out front. Matthew Wood, P2, Chris Stange, P3, Noah Blackwell, P4, Jordan Hand is going to round out your top 5 right now. P6 goes to William Connolly, Josh Kreider in the P7 position, Grant Applegate, P8, Aiden Lucas, P9, and Jaden Porter rounding out your top 10. The other 3 trucks, that's Jordan Kreider, Jonathan Gaston, and then the 24, of which we just saw with that little incident he had in turn 1. He brought out his backup car. He's coming back out on track. 50 on lap 55, 54 in the book at the moment, as Brian Underwood comes through turns 3 or 4, off of turn 4 now. We're going to be crossing the start-finish line. I believe we're going to be seeing the lights out on the pace car here. Let's see what happens as he crosses the start-finish line. It is, ladies and gentle cars, we're going to be going green flag racing this time by.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting... Oh, wow, we got Gaston down the pit lane here before we go green. Oh, I like this strategy. Let's throw some fuel in it. Like I said, we might be able to see the potential to see two-stopper, maybe a one-stop strategy. Maybe that's what Gaston's thinking. This is the window to maybe run this in a one-stop strategy. I like it. You got to do something different. The track position isn't there. But nonetheless, here we are, side by side. Underwood for this next restart.
Down into turn 3 they go, getting lined up for the restart. Pace car comes off the racing surface, control to the 77 as they get into the restart zone. The 77 takes off here with the green flag out in the air. He gets a great jump over everybody else. Chris Stage gets a great jump on the restart too as he's to the inside of the 16. Side by side now for P2 off of turn 2. The 16 is going to get a little bit of a run on the outside here, but Chris Stage going to fight back into turn 3.
Yeah, Chris Stage put up a fight there with Matthew Wood, but wasn't able to keep the momentum rolling there on the bottom. Is now maybe Blackwell. He's got a great run off of turn 4. Blackwell might be able to do something down here to turn 1. He does not. He gets right into the bumper. Bumper business to Stage. Does Blackwell off of turn 2. Stage gets the power down. As now Matthew Wood's giving bumper business to the 77. Sideways to Stage. So much going on up here at the front of the field.
Here with Chris Stage, the 88 gets to the outside. He shuts the door. Crossover by the 88. We've got side by side for the lead here as the 68 goes to the inside of Brian Underwood. Down into turn 1. He makes the pass. The 77 crossover. What a textbook move there by the 77. Down into turn 3. Still side by side for the lead as the 77 inches out ahead out of turn 4.
Unbelievable crossover, textbook move by Underwood. Now Matthew Wood to the outside. Can he make it happen? Can he roll the momentum? Side by side, door to door, wheel to wheel action off of turn 2. Brian Underwood to the inside, Matthew Wood to the outside. Drag race down the back straightaway. This is crucial to get the lead or maintain the lead here. 77, 16, still drag racing off of 4.
Off of turn 4 now, coming to the start-finish line. Wood leads that lap as Underwood is under Wood down into turn 1. This 77 trying to come back here and reclaim the lead of this race as the 16 really making that outside lane work. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, Wood takes the lead here as they come on down into turn 3. This 77 stuck behind the 16 now. Is he gonna make a shot here to get back to the lead? Maybe here down into turn 1. He's looking to the inside. No, the 16 shuts the door.
Yeah, that was a great move there by Underwood. Just wasn't close enough to get to the inside of the 16, but he's got a pretty good run here off of turn 2. Can he make something happen? He's going to take it to the outside. Maybe a late apex here to the corner and get the drive off of turn 4. This is where you build your runs. This is how you set the momentum up. Here he is to the inside. Not close enough to make a move down into turn 1. Matthew Wood a little defensive up on the outside. He takes it down to the apex. Here comes Blackwell. He's reeling these boys in. We might have a 3-horse battle for the lead here on lap 63 as we dive down here into turn 3.
Coming down into turn 3, still single file here for P1 and 2. Pretty much identical lap times as they come across the line. Now we'll see what that update is. The 43 to a 47-22. The 77 tried to look to the inside there, couldn't get anything done, but off of turn 2, he's got a good run here. Is he going to take it to the inside? Oh, he gets it to the wall just a little bit into turn 3, down into turn 3 and 4. The 77 still all over the rear bumper of the 16. He's doing a phenomenal job here as they cross the line to complete 64 onto 65 and down into turn 1, but Brian Underwood still behind Wood here as they come off of turn 2.
Yeah, we got a battle for the win here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Brian Underwood to the inside. He's going to get the door shut up again. We have not seen this very often this season with somebody putting the fight up to the Iron Man. And tonight it's Brian Underwood. He's got his shot. He's got his chance. Here on lap 66, he takes it to the outside, trying to build the momentum off of turn 2. He's going to dive in the corner. He's going to get a massive run off of turn 2. Brian Underwood to the inside into turn 3.
Coming down into turn 3, side by side for the lead. Underwood Underwood as they come off at turn 4. The 77 still there with the 16 coming across the line. Wood leads that lap, but down into turn 1 now. This 77 is going to wrap the bottom. This 16 to the outside here. The 16 is going to get a great run off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. A drag race ensues. Down into turn 3 now. This 16 clears the 77.
Yeah, Brian Underwood is setting something up here. You can see him with the late entry to the corner. He's diamonding the apex, and he's trying to get a good run off of corner exit. That is what you got to do if you're going to make a run or take a chance at the lead here at Richmond. Here he is again to the inside. Matthew Wood leaving a little bit of bottom open. Here it is, another good run off of the corner by Matthew Wood and Brian Underwood. Brian Underwood's going to take it to the outside. He's going to use everything he's learned the last few laps here through 3 and 4 to try and make another move on the 16 of Matthew Wood. Here it is across the line. Not close enough to make a movement of 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now. He's going to try to look to the outside, back into a late apex off of turn 2. He's going to try to get a run here. He's a little bit faster. Down into turn 3. Now he's going to stick to the rear bumper here as the 16 continues to lead this race. Lap 69 about to be put in the books here by Matthew Wood, but down into turn 1, the 77 looks to the inside. He's going to shove it deep here. Another side-by-side battle for the lead as the 77 once again looks to the inside off of turn 2. The 16 is going to get a run here, not going to be able to get anything done as the 77 still stuck behind the 16 here through 3 and 4.
Yeah, as you see Underwood trying to get to the inside. You saw him try to get to the outside last time. Matthew Wood is being a little defensive here. Maybe not having the speed of the 77 at the moment. Brian Underwood knows he maybe want to capitalize on this and get to the race lead, control it himself as he's applying to the bumper business down the back straightaway. Brian Underwood goes to the bottom, so does Matthew Wood, a little defensive through 3 and 4. Here it is, the battle is on. Brian Underwood, Matthew Wood, continuing to battle for the lead across the line. It completes lap 71.
Down into turn 1, the 77 looked low there just for a second. He's not going to be able to continue anything there, but off of turn 2 now, he's going to be able to get to the rear bumper of the 16 and try to hold on there, but Wood had such a good exit off of turn 2. He created a little bit of gap there between the 16 and the 77. Off of turn 4 now, that gap is just about a quarter of a second as they come across the line and down into turn 1. Underwood continuing to lose a little bit of time. Last time by Matthew Wood was a 10th quicker than Brian Underwood as they come off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Your closest battle on track right now is between these two gentle cars.
Yeah, as you see, Matthew Wood maybe opening up a 2-car length gap here over Brian Underwood. Maybe the tire degradation is finally starting to show here on lap 74, as Matthew Wood is doing a phenomenal job of controlling the front of this field like he has done all season long, continuing to lead here down the back straightaway. Oh, Blackwell on the wall off of 2! Big time contact. Here comes Stage to the bottom. Gonna take advantage of the mistake by Blackwell. Side by side. Stage, can it clear? Blackwell off of 4. It's gonna get tight. Still drag racing across the line.
Coming down into turn 1. Now the 29's to the inside of the 88. Oh, they get real close there as they go through turns 1 and 2. The 88 still on the outside. The 29 on the inside. The 88 got real close to the wall there. Maybe had to lift a little bit, but down into turn 3. The 29 still underneath the 88. Chris Stage trying to make something happen here. Off of turn 4, the 88 is still on the outside. They're still side by side going down into turn 1.
Yeah, down here into turn 1, you see Stage still working the bottom, ripping it right around that yellow line, carrying the momentum off of turn number 2. Blackwell on the wall again! Off of 2! Here comes Jordan Hand now to try and go for P4. He's going to clear Blackwell on corner entry. Blackwell making some mistakes off of 2 the last couple laps, losing some positions here. Is he going to apply the bumper business back to the 3 of Jordan Hand? Down here into turn 1, all over the bumper of Jordan Hand, trying to get to the inside, trying to make this move to the inside of Hand, not going to make it happen off of 2.
As they go single file now from P3 on back. Going down into turn 3. Oh, William Connolly grabbing a little bit of rear bumper to the 88. He got him a little bit of sideways there down into turn 3. The 88 struggling a little bit here with a little bit of performance coming down into turn 1. Here comes William Connolly in the 25. He's still to the inside of the 88 through turns 1 and 2. The 88 getting a little sideways there off of turn 2. The 25 almost hits the wall off of turn 2, but down into turn 3 now. The 25 gets it straight right behind the 88.
Yeah, he's going to try and get the momentum here off at turn 4. He's looking to the inside, not close enough maybe to make a lunge into turn 1. Look at Applegate's in the mix now as Connolly takes it up to the outside. Opens the bottom up for Applegate. Applegate not able to get side by side with Connolly. Connolly, the big run off at 2. Here comes Connolly, side by side with Blackwell down here into turn 3. Still wheel to wheel, door to door. Connolly's going to clear Blackwell off of 4. Blackwell with the crossover down the front straightaway.
What a move there by the 25 and by the 88. Now down into turn 1. The 25 to the outside, the 88 to the inside. A little bit of roles reversed here, but off at turn 2 now. Looks like the 25 is going to get the run. He's going to claim that position. P5 to the 25 now as they go down into turn 3. Noah Blackwell is going to have to go in a little bit of defense here by Grant Applegate as Grant Applegate now gets to the rear bumper of the 88 down into turn 1. The 55 or 57 looking to the outside of the 88 here now down off of turn 2. He's going to look to the inside. Oh, the 88's in the wall once again. Down into turn 3. We're side by side, and the 57 is going to take another position away from the 88. Off of turn 4, and he clears them. 57 to P6.
Yeah, Blackwell making that turn 2 wall. His friend here tonight, he's been getting into it every lap, it seems. The last few laps, he's going to lose even more time here to Applegate. He's just struggling off at 2. You see him sideways that time. Full drift here at Richmond. He's going to continue on here in the P7 position. Unfortunate turn of events here as these tires begin to wear, losing time to the guys in front of him. Maybe a little bit of a battle back here between Josh Kreider and Aiden Lucas, as Aiden Lucas is giving the bumper business to Josh Kreider through 1 and 2. Who's going to get a good run here off of turn number 2? It looks like Aiden Lucas down the lane off the 5. He's going to follow him right down the back straightaway, down here into turn 3.
He's looking low. It's not going to happen this time. Josh Kreider shuts the door on the 47 off at turn 4 now. The 5 truck holds on to that PA position as Aiden Lucas trying to improve a position here. Coming down into turn 1, they're still in a line. As they come off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway, that 5 truck's getting a little squirrely there. Almost, oh, he is in the wall. The 5 truck's in the wall. Here comes Aiden Lucas now to the inside of the 5 truck. Can he do anything here? No, he can't. Wow, Josh Kreider holding on to that P8 position as they come down the front straightaway and down into turn 1.
Yeah, down here into turn 1, it looks like we got Romano on pit lane. I'm not sure if that's a scheduled pit stop or if he's having issues, but... Oh, Blackwell big into the wall! Oh, no, Blackwell still having troubles on the exit of 2. That's going to allow Josh Kreider to go by. Down here to the inside, side by side, Blackwell fighting back on the outside. Real close to the wall again. Blackwell using up all the track limits here tonight as he is digging up here on the outside. Josh Kreider to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Kreider, Blackwell still side by side. Who gets the advantage off of 2?
Well, the 5 got real loose, the 88 got real loose, but down into turn 3, we're still side by side for that 7th position through 3 and 4 now. Off of turn 4, the 88's going to get a little bit of a run. The 5 gets real sideways there. He's losing some of that rear grip at the moment here at Richmond as they dive on down into turn 1. The 88 with that outside line, he's going to get the run down the back straightaway. If he can hold it off the wall, he does this time. The 5 truck making a valiant effort on the inside to try and stick with the 88, but man, is he at a disadvantage here with that outside lane as they come off at turn 4. Noah Blackwell still holding on to that P7 position, and here comes Aiden Lucas now to the outside of the 5 truck.
Yeah, Aiden Lucas is seeing what the 88's doing there up on the outside, but here it is. Josh Kreider with a big run off of 2, side by side. Oh, Lucas is in the wall down the back straightaway. Not what he needed, as it looks like Blackwell still rolling the momentum up here on the outside. Josh Kreider sideways, look at his hands. Holy cow, he had those things dead to the left. He saves that race truck. Unbelievable off of 4. Down here into turn 1, Blackwell takes it to the bottom. Kreider goes up a lane. This is some fantastic racing. Here comes Kreider again down the back straightaway.
To the inside of the 88, down into turn 3 now. He's going to work that inside line. The 47 still sticking there in the back, not trying to create any more drama, but the 5 truck is so loose off the exit. Are we 3 wide? Almost there through the front straightaway and down into turn 1. The 5 truck's going to run the 88 up just a little bit here, going to try to get a good exit. He does. The 88 has to back out. He's in the wall again. He's a huge hit off of turn 2. Aiden Lucas goes around him. Noah Blackwell in that P9 position now as Aiden Lucas knocks on the door of the 5 truck off of turn 4.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of issues. The tire degradation here, Tom, it is definitely sat in now. These guys are struggling. You see Josh Kreider having a lot of oversteer on corner exit. He's still sideways off a 2. He is digging. Oh, Blackwell gets to the wall again off a 2. Aiden Lucas with a big move to the bottom into turn 3. Can he make it happen? Lucas, can he clear the 5 as the 5 is sideways again? Unbelievable. Is now Aiden Lucas in that P7 position.
Let's go on board with our Dega Boys cam as these guys battle it out. We can see a little bit of that handwork that Josh Kreider's doing off the exit of the corner. You saw that right there. He's got to keep that wheel to the right to get it to turn straight off the exit of the corner. As he comes through 3 and 4 now, he's trying to get back up to the rear bumper of the 47. They come across the start-finish line not being, he gets more into the wall there. Maybe just a really ill-handling race car at the moment for the 5 truck as they come through turns 1 and 2. That 47 just seems to pull away at the exit of the corners. Josh Kreider maybe having a little bit of performance issues here in the 5 truck.
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling a little bit there in 1 and 2, maybe a little loose there off of turn 4, but if you watch him here in 1 and 2, right in the middle, grab some wall in the front straight away. He's got this thing, maybe a little bit of understeer here in the center. You see, got a lot of wheel into it, maybe it gets back on the throttle, a little sideways. Oh my goodness, he is just having a blast. I want to jump in the 5 machine. This looks like fun here tonight around Richmond.
Off of turn 4 now, it looks like Josh Kreider's just about 0.3 of a second slower than Aiden Lucas right now as they dive it on down into turn 1. The 5 truck still losing a little bit of time now to the 47 of Aiden Lucas. We'll go back here with a little bit of a good battle happening with Jaden Porter, Jonathan Gaston, Noah Blackwell, and Jordan Kreider. Here comes Blackwell now down into pit road on lap 96. We'll see what he gets done here. Maybe a little bit of tires, maybe a little bit of damage repair as the 88's pace has been slacking here just a little bit. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, I think this is the window here, Tom, for the 2-stopper. You're going to split it into thirds for this final stage. I think this is the window here to make it to the end on the 2-stop strategy. So I like this. Doing a little bit different here with the Blackwell team as we're side by side here off of turn 4. We got Porter versus Jordan Kreider now as we're still side by side down here into turn 1. Look at Porter ripping the outside. Oh, Jordan Kreider. Not the corner entry he probably wanted there as Porter's going to roll the momentum off of 2. We're still side by side. Look how close Porter is to the wall off of 2. Still side by side down here into turn number 3.
Coming down into turn 3 now, the 69's pushing up the 74 just a little bit here as they come off of turn 4. Still side by side now for that P10 position as these guys are battling it out here coming down into turn 1. Oh, the 69, a real shallow approach there. Push the 74 up just a little bit more as the 69 tries to clear the 74 off of turn 2. Does not make it happen, but down into turn 3 he does make it happen. Grant Applegate now down pit road. Here are the pit sequences. They're happening here at Richmond.
Yes, I love to see it. We're going to see some guys try the 2-stopper here tonight. I love the strategy here by Applegate and Blackwell. We'll see how it works out for him. We see Blackwell 2 laps down to this pit strategy. Last thing he needs to see is a caution. I believe we'll see the same here from Applegate as they're going to continue on. As Blackwell's right there by Matthew Wood and get one of his laps back here the old-fashioned way. That's what he needs to do. As he's closing the gap back down to Matthew Wood as Matthew Wood is trying to get us to the halfway point here tonight at Richmond as Blackwell does get his lap back. But here it is. We're halfway here, halfway home through this race at Richmond.
Josh Kreider now coming down pit road in the number 5. He's going to get some tires and maybe a little bit of damage repair on that thing. The 25 coming down pit road as well. William Connolly in the 25. He's going to come down pit road. Maybe a little bit of damage repair, some tires on that 25. Try to make something happen here with the strategy that he is trying to provide for the race. Matthew Wood still out front coming down into turn 1. He's got a 3-second gap now to the 77. The 3 truck of Jordan Hand just about 7/10 behind the 77 at the moment as they come off of turn 2. Chris Stange back here in the 29. He's currently P4. P5 goes to Aiden Lucas at the moment. Jonathan Gaston in that P6 position. Jordan Kreider P7 and Jaden Porter P8. Your first car with the pit strategy now in P9. Who is 2 laps down at the moment as he comes off of turn 4. He got out in front of Noah Blackwell here. So, we'll see here with the strategies coming up into play. What Matthew Wood does, what Brian Underwood does, Jordan Hand, Chris Stange, Aiden Lucas. Aiden Lucas having a great run tonight as well.
Yeah, I think if you're going to make it on this one-stop strategy here, Tom, I think 125 might be the window there. If I was a gambling man, which I'm not, I would say that would probably be the lap that we'll see these boys head down to pit road as we see Matthew Wood open up a 4-second gap over Underwood. Do you maybe, if you're running and where Underwood's at, or maybe Jordan Hand right here real close behind him, still in touch, do you maybe abandon this strategy that Matthew Wood's implemented here and maybe try something different, go to the 2-stop? I don't know what to do different here with these boys as they're about 4 seconds behind as they're just continuing to run pace here. Lap 105 as Jordan Hand is considerably faster here on the long run. We've seen him close this gap to Brian Underwood over the last few laps as he's got it down to 4/10 now down here into turn 1.
Yeah, here's the thing that I'm thinking about here, Jay. It's going to be extremely difficult to overcome a 4.42 second gap on track. The best way to help you out here is to implore a little bit of pit strategies. That's going to be able to help these guys out a lot as they come down the front straightaway. Jordan Hand currently right now just a little bit quicker than the 77 every lap as they come through turns 1 and 2. That's going to drop off a little bit as the 3's got to figure out a way to get around the 77 here at Richmond. We saw that outside lane has been a huge help to a passing car. If the 3 truck can get to the outside of the 77, he might have a fighting chance here as he comes down into turn 1. That 3 truck still trying to get to the rear bumper of the 77, but off of turn 2 now, that gap is slowly but surely still decreasing here on lap 108 down into turn 3.
Yeah, this has been a great race so far. The way the strategies are playing out so far, it looks like these guys at the front are pretty much committed to a one-stop strategy here in the final stage. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys on a 2-stop strategy are able to make up the time. I've been watching the intervals here between Applegate and Blackwell and Kreider. Those are the 3 that are on that 2-stop strategy. It's going to be interesting to see how fast they can make advantage of those fresh tires, as you do see a little slipping and sliding there by the 77. As we see these tires going away, fuel load is dropping on these race trucks. They're turning into a little bit of a handful here across the line. We've got 91 laps to go, and this is only heating up strategy-wise.
Absolutely it is as they go through turns 1 and 2 right now. That's Brian Underwood and Jordan Hand. Jordan Hand still getting real close to the rear bumper of the 77 here. Now it's coming up to about 0.2 of a second coming into the corner as they come off of turn 4. Now the 77 did get a pretty good run there from the 3 truck, but down into turn 1, we're going to watch this 3 truck maybe implore a different line here and try to get a good exit off of turn 2. Brian Underwood sticking to the high lane here as the 3 truck uses a different exit apex. As they come down into turn 3 now, Brian Underwood made a great run there through the back straightaway off of turn 4 now and across the line. We'll take a look at these lap times here. We'll see how much faster Jordan Hand is. He is not faster, actually. Brian Underwood went a little quicker. We've got a little bit of a battle happening here now between Aiden Lucas and Chris Stange.
Yeah, Aiden Lucas right here all over the rear bumper of Chris Stange down the back straightaway. Give him some bumper business. He's looking to the inside, showing him he's going to make a move down here into turn 3. He's not able to get side by side, but he's going to continue to apply the pressure here down the front straightaway. Chris Stange in the P4 position. Aiden Lucas in the P5 position. You see Applegate. He's the first guy there on that 2-stop strategy. Here he is trying to get some of his laps back the old-fashioned way. Look at the advantage that new tires have over old tires right there. Applegate just drove by Lucas like he was standing still. Next on the docking point here, that will be the 29 of Stange.
That 57, Jay, is about, on average, 1 second quicker than anybody else on track right now as they all dive down into turn 1. The 57 easily overtakes Chris Stange there as they go through turns 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, now we got this battle heating up now too. Jordan Hand all over the rear bumper of the 77 of Brian Underwood as they come off of turn 4 now, coming down the front straightaway. That 3 truck was just about 1/10 of a second behind the 77 there for just a split second, but as they come down into turn 1, it's about 2/10 between these 2 trucks. As they come off of turn 2 now, down the back straightaway, 3 trucks trying to get around the 77 down into turn 3.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, it looks like this gap is is closing slowly but surely here. It's 0.3 of a second, about a car length now as we're going across the start-finish line. We've got 85 laps to go this time around the line as we see Lucas applying the pressure back to stage down here into turn 1. Side-by-side action. Here it is. Lucas to the inside. Can he make it happen? Side-by-side drag race down the back.
Coming down the back straightaway, it's the 29 on the outside, the 47 on the inside. He's going to dive it deep here into turn 3 with the 29 on the outside of him. They're still side-by-side here for that P4 position. Off at turn 4, everybody keeps it straight. A little bit of a wiggle out of the 47. He's still wiggling down the front straightaway, but down into turn 1 now. He has lost some time to the 29. Looks like the 29 is going to take a late apex here and get a run down the back straightaway. Let's see what he can do here going down into turn 3.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, we're going to see Aiden Lucas down to the inside. Can he make it happen this time through 3 and 4? Can he get the power down? Get the skinny pedal to the metal, baby. Here it is off of turn 4. Side-by-side action once again. Is the 47 of Lucas got the inside line. Wrapping the bottom. Stage going to fight back on the outside. Give him the fight here off of turn 2. Both of them still side-by-side down the back. Is Lucas using this inside line? Can he make it happen this time? Looks like he might be able to nearly clear Stage. But Stage fighting back on the outside off of 4.
Coming off of turn 4, now across the start-finish line, the 47 does eke ahead of the 29, coming down into turn 1. Now the 29 using that outside lane to his advantage. What a great run he's having on that outside lane. But man, the 47 cleared him. That's incredible what the 47 just did right there. A little squirrely there out of the 29. We got a pass for second place as well. We're side by side here with Underwood in hand now going down into turn 1.
Yeah, Jordan Hand working this bottom line. Underwood on the outside line. Here through 1 and 2. Jordan Hand clears it, but look at that crossover by Brian Underwood. He has been an absolute masterclass at that all night long, but he's not able to get to the inside of Jordan Hand here. Jordan Hand's going to take over the P2 position. What a drive here in the playoffs for Jordan Hand as he is now in that P2 position, but they are 7.5 seconds behind your race leader, Matthew Wood. Big strategy moves, big strategy calls are going to have to come into play here if they're going to have anything for Matthew Wood here tonight on lap 121. We're 80 laps away from home.
80 laps away from the checkered flag now as we go back through here. We got Jonathan Gaston running P6. Chris Stange down pit road in the 29. He's coming in for his pit service on lap 122. Just a little bit short of that 125 Jay was talking about. Jordan Kreider now coming down pit road, but that's typical of Chris Stange to come in just a little bit early, try to gain an advantage on the drivers in front of him. He got overtaken by Aiden Lucas, and he thought this would be his best time. Jordan Hand and Brian Underwood now down pit road.
There it is. I was thinking lap 125. I think that was the strategy to begin with. But like we said, Tom, if you're going to get by that 16, you got to implement some different type of strategy. We're seeing it by Stange. Now we're seeing it by Hand. And then Matthew Wood, he darts down into pit road right after these boys. This is maybe not ideal for those guys with the undercut. They maybe wanted another lap or two here. But this could be interesting here during this pit stop. No mistakes. Could be the money stop here tonight.
Absolutely, it could be. Jonathan Gaston still out on track right now. He's going to inherit the lead here as he comes down into turn 1. That is your leader now, Jonathan Gaston, your season opener winner at Talladega. And also Bristol Dirt winner coming off of turn 2, down into turn 3 now. He is still in the playoffs here. Jonathan Gaston doing a great job as he comes off of turn 4 with a little bit of pit strategy here. He's going to stay out front. Grant Applegate in that P2 position with the 57. Noah Blackwell in P3. There's Josh Kreider in P4. Matthew Wood now coming out P5 after his pit stops. There's Jordan Hand, Brian Underwood, Chris Stange in that P8 position. Man, something must have happened to the 29 there. He lost a lot of ground. No,
it's about even.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. So Chris Stange now coming across the line. Aiden Lucas still on pit road here in the number 47. Well, it looks like something definitely happened to the 47 here. Maybe that was a little weird. Sitting on pit road there for a minute as he comes off of pit road now. Did he make inside wall contact right there? I don't know.
It looked like it. I don't know. That was close if he did or close if he didn't. I don't know if there was much gap between them as we're seeing everything cycle back around. Now, Gaston, you got to remember, he pitted on caution number 2 with the Romano incident, and he topped off with fuel. He might be able to go another 5, 6, 7 laps here and try to run this as long as possible. Maybe get lucky and catch a caution. Although I don't know how much that'll help him, considering that Wood, Hand, and Underwood have all got their lap back the old-fashioned way here. But you got to do something different. He hasn't had the pace here tonight. Going to try and employ a different strategy. As we're seeing Kreider close up to the rear bumper here of no, Blackwell is now Matthew Wood to the outside, 3-wide action through 1 and 2. Holy cow! Hair raiser as Matthew Wood goes by both of them with older tires. And now Jordan Kreider. Oh my goodness, Blackwell trying to go to the inside. We're still side by side off of 4.
The 16 gets away scot-free as the 5 and 88 still duking it out here as they come across the start-finish line. Josh Kreider does take away that P4 position from Noah Blackwell. Blackwell loose down into turn 1. That ill-handling race car pretty much all night here as he comes off of turn 2. Keeps it straight then, but man, that 88 struggling just a little bit here tonight at Richmond as they come through turns 3 and 4. Josh Kreider walking away here with a half-second gap now to Noah Blackwell. Noah Blackwell did get a great exit off of turn 4. He's closing that gap a lot. But coming down into turn 1 again, he's just looking like he's struggling a little bit there in the 88 off of turn 2.
Yeah, he is definitely struggling. That 88 truck has been a handful for Noah Blackwell all night long. We got 69, 70 laps to go here in this race. And you know what, Tom? We need to treat our fans watching at home to a full throttle segment. Let us crank up the noise and let you guys enjoy it as we are going to go to a full throttle segment before our final round of pit stops for your 2-stoppers.
Jay, that is a phenomenal idea. Thank you for bringing that up. Real quick here, Jonathan Gaston down pit road in the 72. That completes the cycle there as Grant Applegate, who pitted early, now takes the lead of this race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn up the full throttle segment for you guys, and we'll be right back with y'all for the race. right, coming right back with you guys here for the end of this race. Real quick in the chat, Dallas Seward with the gifted membership to Dustin Franklin. Welcome to the boys, Dustin. As we're here at Richmond, 200 laps here for the PSCRL Truck Series. Right now we're watching Jordan Hand here. Brian Underwood right behind him. We saw a couple of pit stops happening. Noah Blackwell still on pit road as he's had some issues in that 88. He's still a good amount of broke there as he comes off of pit road. Maybe a little bit of toe link damage to that 88. Here comes William Connolly now down pit road in the 25. Saw a pit stop by Josh Kreider and Grant Applegate. Grant Applegate running P7 at the moment. 1 lap down to your leaders. Currently five trucks on the lead lap right now. Jonathan Gaston getting his lap back the old-fashioned way. Currently P5. Chris Stage P4. Brian Underwood P3. P2 goes to Jordan Hand and Matthew Wood out front here, leading the majority of the laps now off at turn 2. This is your closest battle on track. Jordan Hand, Brian Underwood as he goes side by side with the 57. 57's got a little bit of fresher tires here coming into turn 3. He's going to make that pass easy.
Yeah, Applegate here on the two-stop strategy. He was one of the first ones on that two-stop strategy and one of the first ones on the second stint there on the two-stop strategy. Let's see if he can make some noise here. Only a lap down. He just got by P2 here. If he can unlap himself by Matthew Wood, we'll see if he can close that gap. I'm looking at Gaston too. He's got about 8-9 laps fresher tires than Matthew Wood. From the rest of this race, if he's able to gain a half a second the rest of this race, he'll be there on the final lap. But I don't think he's going to make as much end roads here on the long run. He just did unlap himself, but it looks like it's leveled out here. Hasn't really that much of a gap over Matthew Wood. So not what he needs, but we still have Grant Applegate in 57. He's going to be one to watch as this race progresses as he is continuing to move through the field on those fresh tires. If he can get by Matthew Wood, it's about 22.5 seconds around this racetrack. Maybe he can do it. Maybe he can run him down if he gains a half a second lap from the rest of this race.
Absolutely. As he comes off of turn 2, he just made that pass on Jordan Kreider coming down into turn 3 now. We're going to actually, let's pull up the pit strategy here and show you guys where everyone is at. Applegate pitted 15 laps ago, Gaston 24, basically everyone else around that 34 mark. As, well, you just saw Kreider come down pit road as well. He's around that 5 lap mark as well. But Kreider is also just 1 lap down at the moment. He's going to work his way back through the field. But your top 4 on the same strategy. Gaston on a different strategy, even from Applegate, who's on his own strategy as we're watching him rip around turns 1 and 2 right now as he comes on down the back straightaway. Still, though, your closest battle on track is between the 3 truck and the 77 coming down into turn 3.
Yeah, these guys have been battling all race long. Jordan Hand, Brian Underwood putting on a fantastic battle. You see Jordan Hand, he was a little better than Brian Underwood on the long run on the last stint. Let's see if things go back in favor here of Brian Underwood as he's just keeping in touch here. 0.5 of a second back, just working with that gap, trying to stay relevant right there. As we see Connolly, he is 1 lap down, going to try and get his lap. Oh, he's 5 laps down. We missed something here with Connolly, Tom. He is 5 laps down now.
He was in his pit box and something happened there. He had to get out of his truck and back into it. He lost a lot of time on that last pit stop there. In fact, we can go back and look at it real quick and see what happened to the... Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Well, something else actually happened. Let's see what happened to 25 here. Oh, he Kyle Larsoned it.
Yeah, he just missed the braking zone a little late in the braking zone. He locked him up and went straight into the tire or the water barrels. But here it is, battle for P2. As we get off of the replay there by Connolly, we got 40 laps to go, and the battle for P2 is heating up. As Brian Underwood has closed his gap down to Jordan Hand, using the outside, using the momentum off of turn 4. Here he goes to the outside, battle for P2.
Coming down into turn 1 now, the 3 truck's gonna battle on the inside here, and he's not gonna be able to hold on. The 77 goes around the outside here, holds on to that P2 position as they come off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Can the 3 truck come back in through 3 and 4? as that 77 really puts the hurt on the 3 here off of turn 4. Man, that 77, he's fast. He's really fast. They crossed the line here 7/10 of a second quicker last time by Brian Underwood.
Yeah, that's unbelievable move there by Brian Underwood to take that position from Jordan Hand. I think I precursored that one, Tom. I think the announcer jinxed there to Jordan Hand. I was saying he had the better truck on the long run on the last stint. Maybe it could come back around this time in favor of Brian Underwood, and there it is, as Brian Underwood makes it happen. I think we should go through the field here, Tom, as we got 5 cars on the lead lap. Your top 5 is all filled with playoff drivers as we're getting through this season. We'll go to the lead here. Matthew Wood absolutely putting on a display here, 8 seconds ahead of P2 right here behind Gaston, who is the final truck on the lead lap. He has led most of the laps here tonight, building a gap through the long run, playing the strategy perfect as he moves on here in P1. I'll let you take over.
Okay, P2 goes to Brian Underwood here, who he has had a great battle with Jordan Hand pretty much all night long, and he took it to Matthew Wood here towards the beginning stages of this race. Right now running in that P2 position with a little bit of strategy here. He is running away from that 3 truck right now as he dives on down into turn 1. He is looking to try to get back up to the rear bumper of that 16 of Matthew Wood. We'll see in the coming laps here. Jordan Hand in that P3 position, who was out in front of Brian Underwood here, now lags back just a little bit. He's about 2 seconds back from Brian Underwood now. Maybe he sees something here, Jay. Maybe he's going to try to stay out for the rest. Maybe he realized that fuel might be an issue here. We'll see as the race continues on, but Jordan Hand maybe playing a little bit of strategy on track here tonight as he comes off at turn 2. P4 goes to Chris Stange. Chris Stange has done a phenomenal job to keep himself on the lead lap at the moment with running the same strategy as the 3 cars in front of him. He continues on here, being about 8 3/4 of a second behind your 3rd place runner of Jordan Hand. Jonathan Gaston now being overtaken by your race leader of Matthew Wood. He does go 1 lap down at the moment, but still in the playoffs here, running in that P4 position. Applegate, though, right behind him. Here he comes. Take it over, Jay.
Yes, Applegate here is the first car 1 lap down in 6th on an alternate strategy. The leader of anybody that was on a 2-stop strategy here tonight, doing everything he needs to do. Had that early incident on lap 1, lost the lead pack, stayed on the lead lap, and then he absolutely put on a great race from there. Battled all the way back up to this P6 position as he's trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, as he's got Gaston up ahead, as well as Matthew Wood. P7 position. That is Jordan Kreider in the 69 truck. We haven't heard much of him all night long. Had a steady, calm, cool, and collected race so far, running in that P7 position. He's also on that 1-stop strategy. He's worked it to perfection so far, running in that P7 position. And then behind him, in the P8 position, that's his brother, Joshua Kreider. He started shotgun on the field, methodically worked his way up all night long. Oh, as you see Blackwell in front of him sideways. He has been fighting this truck all night. Both of these guys have been on the highlight reel here tonight at Richmond. Both of them dead sideways multiple times, putting on an absolute show, having a blast out here as Joshua Kreider continues to run in that P8 position. And the P9, Jaden Porter, a lot like Jordan Kreider, have had kind of a quiet night tonight, just running consistent lap times right up here inside the top 10, continuing on, doing a fantastic job. As we're going to go to this battle here, as Applegate's going to get to the inside of Jonathan Gaston.
All right, coming down into turn 1, the 57's going to roll the inside here as the 72 is going to roll the outside. The 57 on a little bit of a different pit strategy here as he comes off of turn 2. He's going to overtake that 72 with some power there as it coming down into turn 3. Applegate now going to be pulling away here from the 77 as he finds himself in that P5 position. He is currently about 4 1/4 seconds behind Chris Stange, who is in that P4 position at the moment as he comes off at turn 2 now, and down the back straightaway he is continually pulling away from the 72. As last time by he was about 0.2 of a second quicker than the 72 off at turn 4. Now that 57 holds on to that P5 position very strongly.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get his lap back here the old-fashioned way over the next few laps. He got Connolly up in front of him as well as Matthew Wood. And the last one there in the top 10, 2 laps down, that's Aiden Lucas. I believe he was also having issues on pit road. We saw that during the full throttle segment. He had a slow pit stop that affected him, put him laps down here. He has been in the top 10 all day long. That's unfortunate. And then we got Blackwell there, P11. He's 3 laps down.
Oh!
He is still fighting that truck. Oh my goodness, big wall contact. That truck might be done, Tom. Holy cow.
We caught that in
Nope,
4K.
he's gonna keep his foot in it. he ain't giving up. He's like, I might not win this race, but I'm going for that redneck horsepower war tonight, baby. Here we are at Richmond. Because we got 25 laps to go. And then your final truck on track is William Connolly. He is currently 5 laps down. We saw him have that issue. Not the way you want to start this round in the playoffs, as he's got one of his laps back the old-fashioned way. So unfortunate. Had a great truck tonight. Ran in the top 5 for most of it. Had an issue there on pit entry, and that has really hampered his night, as he does get one of those laps back by Matthew Wood, as we're coming this time for 23 to go.
23. Oh, Wood's in the wall there down the front straightaway. It's not going to really hurt him that much, as he has a 10.5 second lead over second place, but still, he's going to grab a little bit of damage to that right side of that number 16 Chevrolet Silverado as he comes down the back straightaway down into turn 3. Now you see Applegate right there. He's going to try to get a lap back as well as he dives on down into turn 3 off of turn 4 last time by. Applegate a half a second quicker than your race leader, which is a great run for himself. That time by, he was 0.2 of a second quicker as he comes through turns 1 and 2. He continues to open up that gap between himself and Jonathan Gaston down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Matthew Wood going to come off at turn 4 with 21 laps to go here at Richmond.
Yeah, we got 21 laps to go. Matthew Wood with a 10.7 second lead, doing a phenomenal job. Last thing he wants to see is a yellow. He wants this thing to run to the end of this race. I hope I didn't just announce or jinx that one. We know how that works here at the Dega Boys channel. But here he is through turns 3 and 4. He is coming to the line this time to get the Dega Boys 20 to go here at Richmond in the race number 1 of the round of 6 of the playoffs. Top 4 consist of playoff drivers. Gaston lost a position here to Applegate now. His Applegate's up into the P5. Oh, we've seen that. My bad. They are on the same lap. All right, Applegate continuing his pursuit to get his lap back the old-fashioned way on Matthew Wood, as we're coming 19 laps to go this time at the line.
19 laps to go here around Richmond. The 16 has done a phenomenal job to stay out in front here. As you can see, a little gaggle of cars in front of your race leader right now. Oh, the 74 grabs a lot of wall there. The 25 has to avoid. He does with some great precision there off of turn 2. The 16 now looking to the inside of the 74 here off of turn 4. Let's see what he can do as they come across the line with 18 laps to go now as they come on down into turn 1. The 74 is going to let the 16 on by here as he wraps the bottom of 1 and 2 off of turn 2 now. He's going to go right up to the wall. Connolly trying to make up some ground here to the inside of Blackwell as he comes down into turn 3. The 88 to the outside, the 25 to the inside. Oh, Blackwell, he's fighting back on the outside. He's not going to be able to do much here. 25 shuts the door on the 88 down into turn 1.
Yeah, that was a great move there by Connolly to shut the door on the 88 of Blackwell. Blackwell got all that right rear damage. He's still eating the wall off it too. He has made that his best friend. They are BFFs. They're going to live forever together here tonight at Richmond. Unfortunate for Blackwell. He had such a fast truck early, and he is just struggling here on the long runs. We got 16 laps to go. You see your race leader going to try and go to the inside of Blackwell here. Lots of respect shown there by Blackwell to give that inside line to your race leader. Matthew Wood, can he clear him here off of turn number 2? As Blackwell's back into the wall. Best friends forever. Continuing on down into turn 3.
Jay, we've actually got this really cool camera. We can see that right front suspension. Let's go ahead and go to that camera real quick.
Yes.
As he goes through turns 1 here. Well, let's see here. We'll let him come off at turn 2, see if he drills the wall.
Oh, he's real tight.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at the suspension move. I love it. Oh, man. If you don't think these guys are trying, just look at that camera angle right there.
The 57 makes his way by the 88, so does the 74 as he gets into the outside wall once again on the front straightaway here. Matthew Wood still out front as he's coming to the rear bumper of Chris Stange now. As you can see him there, they're on the same straightaway. Grant Applegate back behind Matthew Wood. He is slowing down about 0.3 of a second slower last time by than Matthew Wood as he comes across the line to get 13 laps to go. A 23.01 for the 16 and a 23.07 for the 57 as he comes through 1 and 2. Matthew Wood opening up that gap just a little bit to the 57 as he still continues to hold on to the race lead through 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. I think the driver of the day should go to Noah Blackwell here tonight, though, Tom. I mean, if I was behind the wheel of that thing, I would have parked it 100 laps ago. I'd have thrown the wheel. I would have gotten my private jet. He's still in the wall. There's no quit in this man. They just don't put no quit in this man here tonight. He is on egg roll heaven right now as he's grabbing some more wall off of turn 2. Oh, man. I would have had that thing in the hauler. I'd have been like, let's scrap this and let's restart next week. This is bad. You give all the credit to your Blackwell. He's not giving up. He's still in the wall. He's gonna limp this thing into the checkers. He's only, what's the old saying, Tom? Bring me the steering wheel or bring me the checkered. He's like, I'm just bringing the steering wheel tonight, boys. Let's pack it up. Let's go home. He's still in the wall of it too.
I love it. I love it. He's through 3 and 4 now. Let's see if he hits the wall again. Oh, almost the sand barriers there. Off a turn. He keeps it off the wall. Look at that. That right front looks like a lazy eye. As you can see him coming through turns 1 and 2. That thing's still turning to the... He's got right front working against him right now. He's still in the wall.
Yeah, I think on the final lap, he needs to just take that thing up against the wall and see if he can one-lap wall ride all the way around this thing. I think that'd be great entertainment. We'll have to zoom into him on the final lap. If you're watching, Noah, we want to see it, so let's bring that action to the Dega Boys Network. We got 9 more laps to go as you see Matthew Wood continue to keep that thing off the wall. That was close there by your race leader. Last thing he needs to do is make any wall contact or do anything that's going to put a hamper to this night of dominance that he's had. He's got a 14-second lead over Underwood as he's closing into Stange. Stange is 4th place on track, the final guy on the lead lap. What a masterclass this has been by Matthew Wood. He is going to punch his ticket to that next round of the playoffs, which is the final round of the playoffs, the championship for at Homestead. He's looking to do it here tonight at Richmond.
Absolutely. A great place to get it done here, too, because next week, or next race, we're going to Talladega, which is kind of a crapshoot. Yeah, when it comes to who can win that race. So Matthew Wood not going to have to worry about that race. That is a huge benefit. Lots of drama to come here at Talladega when it comes to the playoff or cutoff race. As he crosses the line with 6 laps to go. Let's go back to our old buddy here, Noah. Let's see how he's doing as he comes off of turn 4. Is he going to keep it off the wall here? Oh, real close, real close. He keeps it off the wall down into turn 1 now. As he's going to try to wrap the bottom here. That right front still pointing to the right. And he keeps it off the wall. Wow, that's incredible for Noah Blackwell. As he continues on here.
He might be learning something here. With as many times as he's got on the wall, he might have learned exactly his limits of that race truck. Man, it's like the Xfinity cars. You bounce them off the wall, they go better and go faster. I mean, maybe that's an implementation here into the trucks here on iRacing. As he's going to get tight and get off a 2. He's just playing with the throttle. There it is. Wall contact here, 4 to go. Oh, man. Blackwell, cheers to you, man. That is unbelievable. I would have parked it. Lots of props to you here at Richmond tonight as we're coming to get the 3 lap to go mark here, Tom, at Richmond.
And look at this. Matthew Wood already to the rear bumper of Chris Stange in that P4 position off of turn 4 now. The 16. 3 laps to go here at Richmond as he comes on down into turn 1.
Yeah, here it is into turn 1. He's going to try and close this gap up to Stange. I don't even know if you want to pass Stange here. Matthew Wood with a big lead. Oh, Stange a little defensive there. Does not want to go a lap down here tonight. Down here on the bottom. Still side-by-side door banging across the line. Here we go. 2 to go.
2 laps to go around here at Richmond. The 16 is trying to put the 29 1 lap down, but the 29 does not want to go a lap down as he's still to the outside here off of turn 2. He's going to get the run here down the back straightaway. The 16 got loose, but he's still to the inside of the 29 down into turn 3 through 3 and 4 now. The 16 still to the inside of the 29 as they come up to the front straightaway. White flag in the air for Matthew Wood.
One more time around here at Richmond. Matthew Wood sideways into turn 1. Maybe back her down there, bud. You got a country mile on him here off of turn 2. Is he still battling Stange? Stange doesn't want to go a lap down. Down here into turn 3 and turn 4 for the final time. The Iron Man, Matthew Wood. We'll see you in Homestead for a chance at a championship.
Matthew Wood puts himself on top here tonight. He's going to go to Homestead for the championship, as Noah Blackwell still up in the wall there in turns 3 and 4. The 77's going to come off of turn 4 now. He's going to come home P2 tonight, and here comes Jordan Hand to round out your podium. Chris Stange now coming off of turn 4 to finish P4. Grant Applegate's going to round out your top 5. Gaston P6, Kreider P7, Kreider P8.
Oh, it's the SVG! Burnout!
Oh, is he
He
going to do
said
it?
he was going to try it. He just did it. I'm sorry, Tom.
That's okay.
I was blown away by that for a
I wasn't
second.
paying attention. Let's see if he can do it here.
Here it is! Look at the Iron Man!
Whoa, he's doing
Oh, look
it.
at the form!
Look at
He's
that.
gonna do it!
Got to put more gas in it.
No, get her wrapped around. Yeah! Look at the burnout! He's going championship racing at Homestead in 2 weeks. Look at the celebration here by Matthew Wood.
Yeah, buddy. What a run by him tonight. What a commanding race win. 16 seconds to second place. Good heavens. That 16 put on a show. Absolutely. What a run for him tonight, as he burns it down here at Richmond. 200 laps in the books, and we're about to do some driver interviews. Let's pull up our first man, Jordan Hand. If we get this right here, okay. Jordan Hand, this is Thomas in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a great run you had out here tonight. Running the same strategy there with Brian and Matthew. Maybe just a couple laps off there, but man, at the end there, you and Brian, you guys were running very well together. What happened there? How did that 3-second gap happen between you and Brian?
iRacing, man. I don't know. We put it at the same time, and somehow he had more fuel than me. I don't know. It was wild, but I just was saving quite a bit just to be on the safe side, and I think he saw me just save too much, and then he just kind of gapped it, and then he started saving. So it was just, I don't know. At that point, I knew me and him were gonna get second and third, and I think I was a little bit faster than him, but you know, it is what it is.
So, how much fuel did you have at the end of the race there?
Probably about 1.2. I saved probably a little bit too much, to be honest, but I just didn't know in case if a caution came out. You never know.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Well, look, even with those woes that you had down pit road with a little bit of fuel issues there, you still had a great run. You stayed on the lead lap there. You held your own. You come out of here with a P3 finish, a great points night for you. How does that feel? I mean, that's still got to be a great run. We know Brian's a great driver. We know you're a great driver. Matthew Wood's a great driver. What does your race or the end of the season look like for you heading into the final rounds?
Hopefully to be champion, man. But you know, Matthew's just insane. That kid is wild. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm really consistent no matter what. I mean, other than road courses. But I don't know. Would I start third tonight? Finish third in the third truck. You know, I just feel like I'm pretty consistent, man. That's all I can say. I only race once a week during this. That's all I do really on iRacing. So I feel good to be out there and, you know, I would say somewhat keep up with Wood. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But we'll see what happens. You know, this playoff style format, anything can happen. So especially next week at Dega. So we'll see.
Absolutely. That's the next question I actually had for you. How do you feel going into Talladega? We know it's a little bit of a crapshoot, but Talladega, dreams can happen there. How do you feel going to Talladega?
I feel good. I mean, it's Dega, so my biggest thing is I think I'll be third headed into that race. So honestly, I'm gonna fight like hell to get stage points, and I feel like if you get stage points, get a good stage points, then you're pretty much locked in at that point, as long as you don't do nothing stupid. So that's probably my game plan going in, but we'll see, and just hopefully nothing crazy happens.
Absolutely. Well, a great run by yourself and the 3 crew tonight. Congratulations on your P3 run. Who do you have to thank for this fantastic run here at Richmond?
You know, I'm gonna shout out the wife. You know, she's amazing for letting me get the race, and she kind of let me practice there for a little bit while the son wasn't feeling too good. So I appreciate her taking care of him. But also want to shout out my boys, Garrett and Jack, for always watching every week, and shout out to you guys for putting on a hell of a show and the broadcast. We appreciate it. And shout out to everybody in the league that showed up tonight. I'm sure we'll go from a 13 car field to probably like 30 next week, so it'll be interesting.
Awesome. Well, huge shout out to your wife here. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you, Jordan, for coming out here, giving us some great on-track content. We truly appreciate it. And Jordan, I'm pretty sure we will. But regardless, we hope to see you in the next one.
I appreciate it, boys. Take it easy.
All right, that was your P3 runner for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring down your P2 runner, Brian Underwood. Let's talk a little bit about racing here at Richmond tonight. Brian, this is Dale. Yeah, this is Thomas in the booth here. How you doing, Brian?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, you ran P2 tonight. A phenomenal run you had. Look, we saw some great battles that you had out there with Jordan and a little bit of Chris there at the beginning. But with Jordan, I asked Jordan this. What happened there at the end? Because, I mean, you got a pretty good considerable gap there between yourself and him. He said he had a little bit of a fuel mishap there at the end. But my question to you is, how much fuel did you have at the end of that run?
I had 0.2 at the line.
Holy cow, 0.2.
Yeah.
You were really running it.
Stange was the same way. We were Wood pit the lap later, so he was pretty much solid.
Yeah.
But I think the other group there, man, we had to save pretty much about, let's say about 3/4 of that run. And luckily Jordan, he saved probably too much, and I walked away with second.
Absolutely. Yeah. Still a great strategy to even cross the line with 0.2 gallons left here at Richmond. Let's talk a little bit about your race, though. You had some great runs at the beginning, a little bit of short run speed, a little bit of long run speed. How did you feel in the cockpit of that 77 car throughout the race?
Pretty much a learning game because I didn't really practice. I only ran about 40 in practice, I think, and that was pretty much it. So I learned on the stage, just I was saving my tires more, so I felt like I had good long run speed to Wood there. Then once we hit the next section of the race, I was really trying to put the pressure on him. I was trying to see if I can get him to mess up. And I felt like I had short run speed. He has a phenomenal discipline to run the line like he was doing in 1 and 2, and that made the difference all night long because turn 1 and 2 is the tightest turn of the track, and he was just able to keep saving the tire off of that line.
Absolutely. Well, look, I kind of ask this almost every week here, but I'm gonna say it again because it's just that Matthew Wood is so quick. What else did you need to be able to hang with that 16? We saw it at the beginning of the race. You were able to hang with Matthew Wood, and you were the only one to be able to hang with Matthew Wood. But it seemed like on that long run, you said a little bit of tire conservation that he was able to do. But what else did you need more than just that to keep up with the 16?
I probably needed a little bit more practice to kind of get the discipline to run that line. I can't do it. Just wasn't my thing. I think that's the biggest thing. I think I was better in 3 and 4. I just think he killed me in 1 and 2. I mean, maybe a strategy call possible. Maybe make that 2 stops instead of 1. Maybe. I mean, but that's kind of a gamble. But I mean, only 4 or 5 finished on the lead lap. So.
Yeah.
But
4.
I wanted to maximize all points I could get. 3rd and stage, led a lap, clean, didn't get an incident, and so I maxed those points out as much as I could.
Absolutely. Well, a great run by you tonight. Congratulations on your P2 finish. Who do you have to thank for your performance here tonight as we round out of Richmond?
I mean, I got to thank the guys that showed up. I think that's the smallest crowd that we've had, but the racing was phenomenal. Missing a couple of guys, and here we go, 1 caution the entire way. Amazing. I mean, we were at a bad stretch there with cautions, so it's definitely great to see. Then you guys putting on the show, and you know, I mean, I can't say enough about the admin team and everybody working on it, getting ready for next season, and thanking Jordan for saving too much fuel so I can get second.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for the kind words there, Brian. We truly appreciate it. We appreciate you coming out here, giving us some great on-track content. And Brian, congratulations on your P2 run tonight, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, thanks.
All right, that was your P2 runner for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring down your winner. That is Matthew Wood in the number 16. Matthew, this is Thomas. Matthew, this is Thomas in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, where's Jay?
Jay, unfortunately, had to leave just a little bit early. No big deal. We're gonna get this done here tonight, Matthew. Okay. Look, seriously, have you come up with your, training schedule yet? I mean...
I'm gonna need one.
You're not gonna need one.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna need one to teach people, because...
How much are you charging?
Trucks I'm really good at. I don't know yet. I'll figure that one out. But, like, I need to figure that one out, but then I can't figure out next gen and Xfinity. Or, well, just next gen. I'm really good at Xfinity, but next gen I'm starting to get used to.
Well, look, let's talk a little bit about the early race, okay? That 16 was extremely fast, but we saw the 77 up there giving you a run for your money there. Let's talk about that a little bit. How you were able to get how you were able to go side by side with the 77, how the 77 was able to get in front of you. Were you saving? Were you racing? What was going on there in the seat of the 16?
Well, I mean, coming off of pit road, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I had Staines literally shoving me down pit road and turned into my box really, really late. So that's probably what got Brian in front of us. Got a good restart. Just held on as long as I could and got around his outside again. I was holding him down, really. I was just holding him down as long as I could. I got around him, and I could tell he was pushing. He wanted the lead. And I was just really in front of him, saving, making him think that, oh, I have a shot at this. Because that's the mindset. You make them think they've got a shot at it. They burn their stuff up. And then while you're saving and saving and saving, eventually, while you're saving, your saving is going to start turning into pushing. Because the lap times that you're running saving will eventually be the long run lap times. And their push laps will fall off quicker and quicker and quicker. So it was a fun battle, and at some points there we did, I was pushing, but no, I had a really good battle with Staines there too. I was trying to lap him as much as I could, but lost out by like maybe a fender. But you know, all in all, good race. I didn't expect to win by that much. I expected Jordan to save tire and come up and at least challenge me, but no, Noah also told me to tell you that he'll see you tomorrow, and his car was absolutely terrible, and I'll see you tomorrow too. So that's great.
Yes, absolutely. Matthew Wood coming to join us on the Nexus Sports Car Series. It's going to be lots of fun to see Matthew Wood out there in the GT3 car. But let's talk about one more thing here, Matthew. Let's talk about you in the 16. You are in to Homestead for the championship run. What does this mean to you and your team? Do you feel like you could get it done? I mean, you're going to go into Talladega without a sweat on your neck. I mean, you're good. You're into Homestead. How does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, this is what brings a win higher than others because of its significance. And we're going to go to a championship, and we're going to have a shot at it. But hopefully, I haven't won a league championship since my NASCAR 85 days, and I didn't win in the top series. I had the most wins 3 seasons in a row, got wrecked in the last race in each and every one of them. So I've never won a top series championship, but I have won trucks and Xfinity in that league 7 or 8 times, I think. But this is my first league on iRacing, and I've only been on here for 10 months, 15 years old. I mean, it's just like, it's a big learning curve. You know, not a lot of people my age do this. Not a lot of people my age have the opportunity to run fast and do the things I do, and that's starting to sink in. But now we got to focus in, because I don't know if I'm good at Homestead or not. I don't have that experience. I don't have race experience at Homestead, and I have to race there not only once but twice in the coming month for a championship. My Friday Night League, which I'm now into the final round in as well. Actually, no, that the penultimate round just started. But they're going to 2 really good tracks. I have a Dega doubleheader next week, Dega Friday, Dega Saturday. Then I have Homestead, the championship night, and Chicagoland, and then we go into Homestead. So in 2 weeks, I have 2 championship races at the same track. So it's going to be stressful, but hopefully I can get something out of it. Finished second last night, so hopefully, it came from 16th to 5th in 2 laps. So hopefully, I can get the Racers for Christ Chevy up there.
Absolutely. Well, some good practice ahead of you for the PSCRO Championship. Congratulations on your race win tonight. Who do you have to thank for that number 16's performance?
Well, Noah and the whole team doing a really good job. I was getting scared there because Noah had a meatball and he wouldn't pit. Had Brian clear it, then he slammed into the wall again. I was like, Noah pit. And he's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's like the car scene. I can don't take me out, coach. I can still race. Wheels flopping all over the place. He kept it under control. Everybody did. He kept it green for a long time. It's probably boring for y'all, but
no, we like the strategy, Matthew.
Yeah, the strategy. Actually, the strategy is another thing because it gave me 80 laps at the end, 80 laps of fuel, and only gave Brian and Josh about 75, which was the difference. They had to save about a lap or 2 of fuel, so that helped a lot because I wouldn't have been able to save that. I'm not really good at saving fuel. I have tires, but yeah, this is the league in general. You guys for doing what you do, and now I get to be a bigger part with y'all, and that's great. But thank the Lord for the opportunity, and I'll be at my church for a longer while tomorrow because I have to set up Vacation Bible School, so I'll be there for like hours.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight, Matthew. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you for coming out here and spending your time racing around Richmond, giving us some great on-track content. The first driver locked in to the final round, going to be racing for a championship. That's Matthew Wood. Congratulations once again. And Matthew, we'll see you in the next one.
Hopefully I don't melt from heat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for tonight here. 200 laps around Richmond, and Matthew Wood in the 16 gets it done. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring up just a cam. We can. All right. Look, let's read off some points here. Matthew Wood gets the win here tonight. He locks himself in. Brian Underwood now, he is in that P2 position with 4,050 points. Chris Stange is in that P3 position in points, 4 points behind him. Jordan Hand, 1 point behind him. And then from there, the 2 drivers on the outside looking in, that's Jonathan Gaston, 4,037 points compared to Jordan Hand's 4,045. William Connolly, 4,033 to Jonathan Gaston's 4,037. A lot of work will need to be done by those 2 drivers next week at Talladega. We'll see what they can do here as they try to get into the Final Four. Maybe a win is in the books for them. I don't know. We'll find out, though. It's going to be a great time, a great race. We'll be broadcasting it right here on the Dega Boys channel, so make sure you guys tune in next week for that. And we'll see you then. We'll talk a little bit about the channel, maybe a little bit about the podcast here, and some upcoming streams. If you guys want to become part of the boys, you can. Go to our channel, hit the join button, pick a tier that works best for you guys, and become part of the boys. You guys have some special perks with that as well. You guys can come in here, call a race with Jay and I, or come onto the podcast, talk a little bit of racing with Jay and I as well. Whatever suits you, just make sure you contact Jay or I, and we can get that set up for you. Another great way to support the channel, make sure you guys go onto our page, hit the store button, get some merch, support your boys, and get some cool stuff like this Big Daddy NASCAR hat. Wherever you may be, you can rep the boys, and maybe get yourself some more, or get ourselves some more viewers. We would truly appreciate that. Dallas Seward, thank you so much for the gifted sub tonight. Dustin Franklin, once again, welcome to the boys. Truly appreciate it, Dallas, and your support of the Dega Boys channel. All of the monies that go through those 2 avenues, they go right back into the channel to create more and better content for you guys. So we truly appreciate everybody who has been a part of that, and looking forward to a lot of more years on here with you guys. We've got some great stuff coming up with our podcast. Make sure you guys tune into that this upcoming Tuesday. We'll be talking about the Indy Detroit races. We'll be talking about the NASCAR races at Portland and Worldwide Technology. We also have a watch party poll on our community chat. Make sure you guys go there and vote on the race you guys want us to do a watch party on. I think right now the 6 hours of Watkins Glen is winning. If you guys want to watch something else like the IndyCar race or the NASCAR race at Sonoma, make sure you guys go and or vote on that, and maybe we might do that as well. It just depends on what the community votes for. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out all of our socials as well. We got X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we got a Discord channel. If you guys want to be kept up on all the world motorsports news, make sure you guys join our Discord channel. We'll have also links to all the leagues that we broadcast in there. If you want to come in and race against these guys like Matthew Wood, you think you could take it to Matthew Wood? Come on in here and try it out. I think that's pretty much it. We got a couple more upcoming streams like what we talked about with Matthew Wood. Tomorrow we're gonna be streaming Le Mans for the Nexus guys. Day after that, Monday, we're gonna be doing an IndyCar race at Indianapolis. We're gonna be doing some oval racing there with the IndyCars. And then the day after that is our podcast. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I want to thank everybody who came out here tonight. Jordan Hand, Matthew Wood, Dallas Seaward, James Copenhagen, and NJB Designs. Thanks for coming out here commenting. Thank you to everybody who liked and subscribed as well. I truly appreciate it. It means so much to us as well. We love you guys. Thank you so much for continuing to support our channel. We truly, truly appreciate it. Well, this has been another broadcast with Thomas and Jay. Jay was here, he had to go, but Thomas and Jay in the booth. We truly appreciate it. We love you guys, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
The best iRacers in the business.
It's the way to do it. We're in the 87 cars here at Talladega. As you see the 15 car grabbing the wall.
Wow. He did it! He made it through that!
Wow.
Oh, we got contact! Oh my goodness! Oh, and he's upside down! Garrett Gusso is upside down! Mayhew's sliding!
They're not being able to stop the 7 car, losing it. He's into the grass on the tri-oval. He's going to get a penalty for that. He has no help, and this guy's got a rocket ship. Move aside, Kim Jong-un. The 46 crew can build a better rocket than you.
Your Nexus 499 champion is Garrett Gusso. Garrett Gusso, winner of the 499. Garrett Gusso, you are immortal.